Starters up for race one here at Selangor Turf Club this afternoon. The race over the 1175 metres. We are on track number 2.
There exists a bond so profound it defies the limits of time and space. The sacred alliance between man and horse. A mesmerizing journey into the heart of this extraordinary partnership, where champions are forged and destinies intertwine in a symphony of trust. Witness the chemistry as man and horse become one, harnessing their combined strength to conquer greatness. Hold on tight as you are swept away by the pulse-pounding excitement and the awe-inspiring majesty of this incredible partnership.
Horses are such a beautiful animal. And then when you see them coming back, especially when there's a close-up, especially during the winning pose, try to grab. You look at the eyes, you look at their own internal determination.
From looking at the horse, the way you walk, the body, and the eyes, and all those. But you can somehow or other tell the horse is in a good form.
They can study a human being. The moment you go on top of it, if you are nervous, they can feel your nervousness.
Horse racing is a sports.
Okay.
It's a sports because it supports a lot of livelihood, the jockey, the farm people, because we got about 600 over horses.
Nice.
And the stable, they provide employment. When they race, they are going for the prize money.
You were telling me about this Kelantan.
Yeah, he knows
actually
well.
our top jockeys are Kelantan boys.
Your top jockeys are Kelantan boys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
So
local boys.
Since young kid, they be riding bareback in Kelantan.
It's like the Mongols lah.
yeah. It's natural, in
Yeah.
Kelantan it's natural. The state
Why?
is
Why,
natural.
why is that so? Do you have horses in Kelantan? Like you know.
Actually, it's a culture. It's
a
a culture back then in Kelantan.
Okay, what do they call it there?
Kuda Longgok.
Kuda Longgok.
Kuda
Longgok.
Ah.
That means Longgok means everything goes lah.
Okay, okay.
They call it airport track.
Airport track.
Airport track. There's a race track near the airport.
And how often does this race take place?
Almost every month.
But races come from all over the country, or the Kelantanis they
unique to Kelantan.
or unique to
Unique.
Kelantan.
So the better jockeys even went to Singapore and then did very well. Yeah.
Wow.
Our Nukman, our top jockey Nukman, he's from Kelantan.
How long already, man, riding?
Riding here almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years. Yeah. Why you love to ride?
I start riding from 6 years.
6 years old.
Yeah, yes, 6 years I was start race. Then my family also horseman.
Okay, Kelantan.
So,
also.
Kelantan.
Yeah, so a lot of Kelantan boys,
So, yeah.
they love riding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from dari kecil they already start riding.
Yeah.
Bareback riding.
Yeah, bad riding only.
Wow. Where do you get your horse from? Your dad? You said your father has horses.
Local pony from Kelantan.
Local born horses,
local,
yeah. Local ponies, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's smaller, much smaller.
Padi called
yeah,
kuda padi.
yeah, kuda padi, kuda
Yes.
padi. Yeah. The one that they have in Lombok.
Lombok also.
Lombok
got,
also got
yeah.
kuda. Yeah, okay.
In July,
In
I
July.
finished my apprenticeship.
July you finish your apprenticeship. So far how? Good? Everything's good?
Still leading here.
Still leading, yeah. One of the best. Yeah, I heard, yeah. Good. So you planning to just be in KL or you planning to move?
If I got chance go overseas, I want to go
Where is
overseas.
your-
Because I'm here, stay apprentice, so stay here lah.
Okay.
If-
So once you start becoming a
I'm a
professional
professional, I want
rider,
to go
where would you like to go? Hong Kong?
Hong Kong to hire.
No, we are way lower than Hong Kong.
He told me, even Dubai. Is Hong Kong leading the market in price?
Yeah, Hong Kong and Japan, but of course, I think their turnover is huge.
Okay.
Like even in Japan, their stake money is very high.
Yes.
Now people can afford to buy horses cost few $1 million. Now because the stake money, those classic race, the prize money may about 15 to 25,000 million a race. Yeah.
So it's worth it to actually
Yeah.
pump the money in for good horses.
Yeah.
So you need the bonding. You and
Yeah,
the horse
yeah,
need to.
of course.
Of course, yeah. How
You
long did it take?
If you just be honest with the horse, it's okay lah.
Okay.
Horse very easy. The connection very strong with the jockey.
They can feel it, yeah?
Yeah.
Especially when you sit on it.
If you
and
scared, he also scared like that horse. Easy to contact the rider.
Okay. Macam mana you punya kuat pun berapa race can you run? I mean, if it takes
Full ride can 12 one day 12 race. Full book. I
12
always.
Wow. But the horses cannot ride the 12 races.
No,
lah.
just
one horse, one race.
One race, yeah.
So dulu when you were riding kecil itu ada tak pernah kejadian or something, you know, accidents or whatever when you
Biasa naik kuda itu biasa lah. Jatuh itu kan.
Jatuh. Yeah.
Lagi ni kuda pun race extreme punya.
Yeah.
Kerja.
So when you riding actually tak senang the when it's going you really need to be
strong.
Yeah.
Strong and then stamina also ni.
Yeah, penat lah after riding one itu.
Wow,
Penat.
Very bright and sunny skies hovering here in KL at the moment. Having a look at that market board, number 3 is the favourite Luke Man. He's a 2-to-1 chance, 3 to move up, and Luke Man being one of those. He's in the market today, Luke Man, racing in consistent form. Away they go. Cavera's chief third, fourth a half length away was Luke Man.
So what we'll do is that we will be looking at the horses
From here. All right.
So we will make sure that there's no discrepancy in the races. Anything that we need to address, we will address, because this is where we decide whether there is issues arising.
When you say issues,
Issues means that maybe sometimes there might be objection, which means that there is horses that move into other people's lane.
Alright.
Like the Ferrari F1, there might
Okay.
be complaints lodged against the other one horses and with another. So here we are looking at all the horses, and from there, if there is an objection, there will be a bell, and the committee that is in charge today will have to go down to arbitrate.
Alright.
Which means that they will hear the hearing immediately and dispose it immediately with a VAR. Has a pattern of riding.
Okay.
Some horse are slow at the beginning and rush in front.
Yeah.
Some horse likes to go fast.
Okay.
And so these are all the stewards. They know the horse by the heart. So they know each horses, how their pattern, how roughly
What's
what
their
kind
pattern,
of their character, because every horse has different character. So they can roughly tell how the rider should ride the horse. The trainer will tell. So the stage steward also can tell the character of each horses. This is inquiry room.
This is
inquiry room. And that is the VR room, where we will monitor everything.
Yeah, so if there's any issues with the race, as you can see on the screen, we have multiple angles which we watch the race from. So generally you'll go from the start of the race, as you can see on the screen. So we're watching 4 different cameras, whilst the public's just watching one. And then when we play on, if you want to review an incident, you'll see we have full access to go as fast or slow as we want to go.
Nice.
So we can rewind it back. We can let it go forward at a particular speed. We can watch every stride if we want to, simply by rolling it like that. And then of course at the top of the screen, there's a timer, so that we know how quick the horses are going as well. And we can monitor the time of the races. Then when we get into the straights, you'll see we've watched the horses go around the turn. So this is when we get to the business end of the race, when the winner is decided. And we can see it from 4 other angles as well.
Where does the most expensive horses come from? When you say the horses are 10 million, means that horses can really perform, I suppose.
Australia and New Zealand. 90% of our horses are actually from.
And these are for the sprinters, or what do you call those? The
sprinter, that means like
The short-
1,100 up to 1,004. Yeah, and also we have miler. More popular is sprinter.
sprinters.
Then
Yeah.
come to the 1,400, 1,600. Arabian horses is like there's one own breed.
Okay.
Yeah, we have thoroughbred.
Okay.
We have others like warm blood.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, we have other and then miniature horse, but Arabian bred is by itself.
Is that horses good for race?
It can race, but not as good as, of course,
The New Zealand,
the thoroughbred.
the thoroughbreds.
Thoroughbred.
Okay, when you say thoroughbreds, I mean for layman.
Thoroughbred means those horse that breed for horse racing.
Okay.
Yeah, purely for horse racing.
True and true, just for racing.
Just for horse racing.
Oh.
Yes.
There was a horse that I used to ride before. It's not the price.
It's not the price.
Yeah.
That's what the horse was
name.
called. Yeah.
It just only cost him 9,000.
Okay.
So he's a very cheap
Horse.
considered bargain lah.
Yeah, bargain horse.
But he
From New
actually
Zealand?
won until Australia.
From Australia, okay.
But he actually won until Group 1.
Wow.
So it's not the price.
Exactly.
I always say that big horses have a small heart.
Big horse, small heart.
Because a lot of time when I was riding, the big horse react the most to certain small things. You know,
Right,
like
yeah,
they're just afraid and then they're just so clumsy.
Yeah,
they just
okay,
move around.
okay,
And then
okay.
I always say, big horse, small heart.
Small heart. So size doesn't matter in this case.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
You can see, he's a nice looking horse, a genuine looking horse. He have a best sire, he has the good bloodline.
Yeah.
But inside, you don't know the
You
brain,
don't have the soul.
the heart, the soul.
Yeah.
Some horse just not wanting to run.
Okay.
He can be from a good bloodline,
Right.
but he just doesn't want to
Yeah.
run.
There's a special horse in my stable at the moment called Pt.1.
Pasir Pinji.
It's named after a town near Ipoh. So the horse came to me from Singapore with no form, and it was the lowest grade horse out of his first 11 races he won. For me, he won 9 races.
Wow.
So he came to Singapore with no form and no class behind him, and then he went all the way up to the top, and then middle of last year he won the Selangor Gold Cup, which is probably the best race in Malaysia.
So Mr. Tai, how many years? 25 or more?
25, 26.
25, 26. So you were ex-jockey?
Yes, I was an ex-jockey.
Okay.
I actually started when I was 19, finished school.
Wow.
The one major requirement for a jockey is your body weight, regardless your height. So you need to be 50 or 52.
Alright.
52 for now. So whoever higher than that is very difficult to get right.
Okay.
Because horse only carry 52 until 57.
How was your career? How was your career as a jockey? During the days when you quite good? Yeah.
I mean, like, I was quite welcoming as well.
Nice.
And then I stopped. I ventured into another path, which is a supervisor.
Nice. Yeah.
So I was working 3 years in Singapore,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that I come back before the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, Selangor Turf Club actually want to establish an apprentice school.
Okay.
So they actually approached me and say, "Are you interested in teaching apprentice?"
Nice.
So I say, yes, why not? Because I have the experience. I was in Australia. I went through the whole program. So actually, it's easier for me to teach because riding experience,
Exactly.
school experience, everything.
Exactly.
So I say, yes, why not? Then eventually we start the school. And now the school is actually doing quite well.
Alright.
So I'm quite pleased and happy.
How often do you actually take apprentices? Like how often do you actually take people?
No, and there's no time limit. Anytime.
Anytime.
We can cite a good one, we can recruit them.
Okay.
Or recommended by
Okay, so there's no like open selection at any time or no?
yeah. And also that we leave what like in Kelantan, in Terengganu, if those good riders, they want to look for the future, of this.
To be professionals in this sports.
We have a professional program for them.
We don't give up on students.
Exactly.
We teach
Nice. Yeah.
those whoever that come into our school. So what my job is to make sure that you have the ability to get your license.
Okay.
So in order to do that, I have to teach you, like no matter how long is it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And is there a cost for, or do you guys take them because they are potential and you support them, or they have to pay? There is a certain amount that they have to pay to actually.
I think we need to thanks to the Selangor Turf Club because the Selangor Turf Club is actually paying upfront for everything.
Very nice.
So my salary, everything, the equipment, the classes, everything is paid by the Selangor
Very
Turf Club.
nice. Yeah.
They don't have to pay anything until they become an apprentice jockey.
So
when they actually riding, when they start to make money, then they will have to pay a certain amount of fees for the club.
Good. So like how you get a scholarship and you go off study and then you come back and you work and you pay the government back a little bit. Okay, fair lah.
Yeah.
Fair. So we're going to the stable.
Yep.